And you know what I'm so proud about being a comedian is that I always knew that I was this when I was a very little girl, and I knew that I was good at most things that I tried. I was good at everything. I always had good grades. If I committed to a thing, I killed it. I was the best always, but it was always dishonest, you know? But then with comedy, I was like, no, this is something that really sparks me and motivates me, and I want to be competitive and different, you know? Like, I want to be Jordan out here, and I never tried to be Jordan in anything else, you know?
Yeah, I had that same experience with me too. When I discovered comedy, I realized, oh, this is the one thing I will naturally wake up and do the work
like
to be
no
good
matter
at.
what.
I'll do whatever it takes to be good.
When did that click though for you?
When I naturally saw myself do it.
When that click? Yeah.
It took me about a year, probably. It took
When
me
it clicked
about
and you were like, I can do this shit.
Yeah, it took me about a year of going to open mics and starting to like feel that the older comedians were whispering about me, like, this young girl, she's setting Philly up, and Philly crowds are very difficult, especially when you're first starting. They'll walk right up to you, take the mic, you've had enough. We're gonna take over. We don't want to hear any more of your little banters.
But I was so terrified, I took like a year before I even really committed. Like, so I met my first friend in comedy. I met at my first show was Giulio Gallerati. We connected, and we did 2 more shows, and I was just like, I'm too terrified. Like, the anxiety that used to come over me for a comedy show, and I'm like, 2 weeks no sleep. I would be physically exhausted because I was just...
I broke myself of stage fright just by telling jokes in the subway in Philadelphia. I would get up on I would sit and wait till the train car got full, and I would stand up and I would say, hey, you guys like comedy? Oh well, you're about to get some. And I would just start telling jokes.
Where'd you learn to be that ballsy though?
Yo, I swear to God, I only did that because I was so scared at open mics that I convinced myself you have to make it scarier so that when you come back to these open mics, you're not scared anymore. And to me, it was like, what is scarier than the train?
Yeah.
What is scarier than talking?
What was your reaction though?
I mean, sometimes it was good, sometimes it wasn't. Sometimes people would charge me, be like, yo, shut up, we're tired. And I'd be like, well, here's a bit about being tired. Like, it helped me cut the fat in an extreme way.
Yeah.
Like, it taught me how to recognize which one of my jokes were way too long, too much setup, like, and when I connected with people, I really connected with them. Like, they're reading a newspaper and also laughing. And that just, like, it broke me so good, it conditioned me so good that when I went back to the mics, I was like, I'm dead inside, I don't feel nothing. An MTA person just tried to slap me, you know? It's nothing to me, this little open mic.